Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel, Fame with Tiffany Renee. I am Tiffany Renee. Hope you all are doing well. It is Saturday. If you are new to my channel, welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you have been here before, welcome back. On this channel, we talk about everything that has to do with metaphysics, quantum physics, everything that has to do with multiverses and the mind, the body, the soul's journey in this physical body while we are in this 3D reality. So feel free to like, share, subscribe. If you have any suggestions for any new topics you want me to talk about, drop it in the description box below. I also have a book out about transforming your body if you want to slim down, or even if you want to bulk up. It's whatever you want to do. It's the same techniques that I use. It's the same process. I will leave the link in the description box below if you want to purchase it on Amazon. And thank you all for your love and support. I appreciate it. This is not going to be a very long video. I know I say that all the time. You see, there's no glam, and I think I barely match today, but anyway, because I'm not feeling the greatest. But I wanted to jump on here because it is unusual for me, because I'm not even feeling myself, and I just was like, I can't film a video like this. I can't look like this. I can't feel like this and film a video. But then I said, well, why can't you? And if you see by the title of the video, it's called like Eye of the Storm. You know what I mean? And it's because even though they say the eye of the storm is the calmest part of the storm, when everything else around you is like going haywire, but it's kind of like how to try to ground yourself when you're in the middle of the storm, you know? So I might call it In the Middle of a Storm or something like that. And that's kind of what I'm going through. So we're all human. We all have our moments of contrast, as Abraham Hicks calls it. Trials and tribulations, you know, they come. It's part of life. It's part of the balance of life. You know, you can't appreciate peace if you don't have your moment of chaos, right? And chaos is different for everybody. It looks different for everybody. Your challenges look different. And sometimes it's one at a time, and sometimes it's like 20 at a time. And I'm definitely getting hit a lot in pretty much every in multiple areas of my life right now. And it's kind of been like this since December, really. When I got back from my cruise. And I won't go into like too many details because I don't want to be affirming too much of the contrast, but it just kind of snowballed. You know, as you all know, I did make a video when I got back because I got really, really sick, you know, after I got back from my cruise. And it just kind of snowballed from there because there were other things that happened when I got home. And then it just kind of kept piling up and piling up and piling up. And then more things happened. And then more things with my health transpired, even to now, where the doctors still aren't really sure what's going on. But I've just been affirming just wellness and all that. And just, you know, it's just kind of been trial and error to kind of figure out what's wrong, you know. And you know, I'm just following instructions, and, you know, we're taking the meds, we're doing whatever, you know what I mean? And just, I'm affirming all as well. It's like, you know, well, what issue? What are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Talking to my body, and like, you're fine, cells, you know what to do. You know, I'm doing the work as well, the mental work, to try to stay in a better mindset, to try to energetically create a better space for my body in whatever imbalance is happening, you know. And just other things that's happening with on the home front and just stuff like that, you know. Just when people just want to do things out of spite and stuff, and you have to now address it, but you don't want to address it because you really don't have a problem with the people. Or it's more like the institution, but then you still have to, it's that. And it's like, I don't want to have to do this. But since you done brought this, I now have to do this. You know what I mean? And it's that. And that just takes a lot of energy and a lot of mental energy. And it just takes up a lot of mental space. And it's stuff that is threatening to your well-being in terms of your safety. And when things threaten your safety and your stability and your security, it can cause a disruption with, you know what I mean, energetically. Fear comes up, and for me it's triggering because there's been multiple times in my life, especially as a child, when my safety has been disrupted and when my security was disrupted and it was threatened in a very, very volatile way. So it gets triggering for me. So I've had to, deal with those emotions as well. So it's just been a lot happening. So why am I telling you all this? This is why it's been a minute since my last video. But also, I wanted to be very transparent with you all because, I was keeping it real, okay? To let you know that I know in the manifestation community, sometimes you are, people kind of deter you from sharing your life experiences, when lifes you, you know what I mean? And I get why, because you don't want to be affirming the things that are happening because you're going to get more of it. Makes perfect sense. However, I also don't think you should be like negating your experience because you're still having an experience. You still have to honor your feelings and honor where you are and to get to a place of acceptance of where you are so that you can slow the momentum down from where you are. You know what I mean? And everyone has their own approach to this. Like, nobody's wrong. Everybody's right. You know what I mean? Because everyone's perception is valid. So people who I really kind of follow a lot, like Roxy Talks and Brown and Bendy and Manifesting with Kimberly, they have been open, and even Tiana Campbell, like, they've been very open when they've had moments of low vibration, and they've even come on and made videos and stuff like that about it, when they weren't feeling their best, and they've shared that, and I like that vulnerability because while they're going through it, they're also in their practice. You know what I mean? So, and it just kind of lets you know that yes, you can have these moments. You can have, I don't want to call them a relapse because it's not really that, but you can have your moments of, look, this is heavy, life is totally lifing me, okay, but at the core, I know that my thoughts are contributing to this. What I think about this situation is contributing and perpetuating it. So let me feel my feelings. Let me feel angry about it. Sorry. And when I'm done feeling my feelings, what can I think to get me in a somewhat better place? Is there something I can feel grateful for in this moment? Do you see what I'm saying? Just to try to shift the energy to get you back on track, or to try to shift you onto a timeline where this thing, it can work out for you. So ultimately the practice doesn't stop because the energy doesn't stop, right? And manifestation never stops. It's 24/7, 365. Your thoughts will never stop contributing to the manifestation of your reality, whichever one you choose, right? So I'm very aware of that. I'm very mindful of that. So I try not to stay in these moments for too long, but I do acknowledge them. I have to. So recently, I was listening to Brian Scott and the Reality Revolution. Shout out to the Reality Revolution, okay? Usually when I need something, Brian Scott will come through with something at the right moment, and he'll be reading something, whether it's a Neville Goddard lecture or something from Joseph Murphy or something like that. And this time, he read something from the poet Rumi, who I really like. And there were two things that stuck out in the series of quotes and poems that he read. But I also went on Pinterest to look up some of the quotes, and I found two of them that just really helped me with my perception, to help calm me and ground me, because there was a lot of tears and frustration and anger and disappointment. All of those emotions were there. A lot of questioning, like, why, God, why is this happening? Because it was a lot hitting me all at the same time. Then I had to pull myself together, and I was like, okay, this has got to be happening for a reason. Okay, so I'm going to decide that it's happening for a good reason, right? There just must be some massive shift that's about to happen. So maybe this is like a cleaning of the house. Maybe it's like we're wiping the slate clean. We're about to disrupt your entire life. Okay? We're going to disrupt every aspect of your life because you have a massive transformation that's about to happen in every aspect of your life. Okay? Mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically, materially, like you just about to have an entire upheaval, and it's going to be a massive change. I'm like, that has to be it. Like that, to me, that's the only thing that makes sense. So I'm going with that. I'm going with that. And I'm going to read the two sayings. The first one says, the wound is the place where the light enters. How good is that? I heard that and I started crying, and and I pinned it. The wound is the place where the light enters. Oh my gosh. Like, how amazing is that? Your wounds are where the light enters. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful. And then the second one is, the cure for the pain is in the pain. The cure for the pain is in the pain. That is so profound to me. Is because we don't like discomfort as humans. We don't like to sit in the anguish, in the discomfort, in the pain, and we don't want to sit in that. But sometimes it is necessary. Sometimes you have to sit in the uncomfortable feelings, you know what I mean? Or in the discomfort. Because that is really where the answers are. Because you have to start asking yourself questions. And that's the next part I want to come to. All this disruption and upheaval that has taken place, it has forced me in the best possible way to trust and rely more than ever on my intuition, to get silent more, to meditate more frequently and more in for longer lengths of time, especially late at night. Like, I have started meditating late at night. I'll put on my noise canceling headphones and I'll listen to a meditation, whether it's rising higher meditations or something like that, and I can now listen between 35 to an hour long, you know what I mean, and just sit and listen to either their words, either their affirmations, or it's just white noise, just music, you know what I mean, and just go into my own meditational trance moments, and I can just sit and find some sort of grounding or try to make some sort of sense of what's happening, and I can feel better about it because I'll usually be given something, whether it's the next day, a reason or an explanation more, or an intuitive guidance of what to be doing. Like some stuff with my health was going on, and it's like, okay, well, you need to call this specialist or whatever, or you need to ask about this. You need to, email your doctor about this. You know what I mean? Like I would just be guided to do things, or you need to cancel that appointment because of this, or you need to do this, and have them reschedule it for that. And then I would just do it, and they'd be like, oh, well, thank goodness that you did that, because do you see what I mean? Like my intuition has been louder because I've been silent more often, because sometimes when you don't know what to do and you have no answers on the outside, when the 3D is not giving you any answers, it's just bringing you chaos. That's Rumi's point, that the cure for the pain is in the pain. It's like you just feel discomfort and anguish in pain and disruption. Everything that I've been feeling, sitting in it and just getting quiet while I'm sitting in it, has been bringing up intuitive nudges and intuitive answers, like, okay, this is what you need to do. Oh, this thing is happening. This is what they're saying. Well, you need to respond, but you need to respond this way. Or it'll guide me to say, okay, you need to run this by this person and tell them what you're thinking about doing. And then that person will give you the right answer. And I'll say, hey, I'm thinking about doing this and this because this is what they're doing. And then this other person will like, okay, well, actually what you want to do is this, because then that puts you this and this and this, and that will level the playing field. And I'm like, cool. Do you see what I'm saying? So I've been getting better, like, moves to play, because it's like a game of chess. You know what I mean? So almost as if I've been getting intuitive messages, or guidance on how to move across this chessboard. Do you see what I'm saying? In spite of being in the turmoil. So wisdom has been coming through the turmoil, through the chaos. So there's still wisdom that can be found even in the most chaotic of circumstances, is the point. So I've still been able to find solutions. Solutions has still been coming to me. And in spite of all this, I've been offered a brand new job as well, making a lot of money, you know what I mean? Blessed, which I'm grateful for. It's nothing I expected to be doing ever. Not an industry I ever would have thought I'd ever be working in, ever, you know what I mean? But it showed up, and I'm grateful for it. That was a referral. A friend of mine told her company, hey, I have this friend, I think she'd be great for this position, and they agreed, and it's gonna be really cool, and I'm looking forward to trying this new industry. So amid all the chaos, I got a new job. I'll be making really nice money, and I've got these new avenues on how to combat these things that are being thrown at me in a very intellectual way. I've gotten some, different things that I can try with my health stuff. Like, so in spite of being, feeling like I'm in this big tornado being blown around, wisdom is peeking through. You know what I mean? So like the light orbs are kind of being thrown in there, and you just got to catch them. You know what I mean? You just got to catch them. Catch the balls of light, because they will still be there if you can get still enough and quiet enough and be open enough to just say, okay, God, universe, infinite intelligence, whoever's out there who can, or whoever's in here that can see more than what I can see, higher intelligence, higher consciousness, you can see the whole picture. I can only see a small piece. Like, show me what I need to see. You know what I mean? Like, what is it that I'm not seeing? Because clearly I'm not seeing a lot, because I'm not understanding how any of this could be for my highest good. But, So I'm just going to say that all of this is working out for my highest good, even though I cannot fathom how any of this could be for my highest good. I'm just going to declare that it is. I'm just going to declare that all of this is a good thing, right? Like, you still have to just decide that it's good for you. You just still have to say, this is good though. But this is good. I don't know how, but this is good. and it's going to be okay, right? So, I'm done. So I'm going to wrap this up, and thank you all. And again, sorry for my appearance. I know I look whatever, but I appreciate you and anyone out there who is going through your own storm. I see you, I feel you, but literally hold on to your mind, hold on to your thoughts, and ground yourself. Ground yourself and just listen to what your spirit, what your intuition is saying to you, because you will get guidance from it. And like I kid you not, like, this has been one of the most craziest times of my life, and I've literally been getting guidance, and things have been happening, and even in the chaotic mess, it very much looks like I'm convinced that it's all going to go in my favor, because even in the foolery is like so foolery-ishness that I'm like, I have to win this. Like, this is all of this is I have to be winning in all of this, because it's so ridiculous what other parties are doing. This is clearly what they're doing has got to be orchestrated in my favor, because no person doing what they do would do stuff like this knowingly. So this has got to be divinely orchestrated. For this, they have to be doing this on purpose, because I'm clearly going to win because they did this. Do you see what I mean? So even the chaos, I believe, is set up in my favor, and I'm being shown evidence to support that, right? So just deep breath, breathe, and keep saying, all is well. And just quote Roxy Talks, everything is working out for me. Best case scenario, everything always works out for me. Everything is working out. All is well. Sit, listen to your intuition, because it will never steer you wrong. Take your inspired action, which is what your intuition will tell you to do, and go with it. And just breathe. I'm telling myself that too. Thank you all. I appreciate you. You know, I will have updates once all of this is said and done, and it'll be like a big old victory, because I'm convinced that it's going to be victorious. Okay, that I'm going to be victorious. I'm convinced. So thank you. Thank you all. Take care. Love you. Mwah.